Now, today I am going to describe about the interior of the earth crust. So this is my first lecture. In the name of the course is Fundamental of Soil Science, and the course code is the BAG 102. Myself, Dr. Lakshmikant Tripathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, Tithankar Mahavir College of Agriculture, Tithankar Mahavir University, Muradabad, Uttar Pradesh. So means today these are the content, and during my lecture I will cover all these topics. Means origin of the earth crust. Under this, what is the crust, mantle, core, all these things I will cover during this lecture. And then elements in the atmosphere, means how much the element which is present in the atmosphere, and how many elements which is present in the earth crust also and atmosphere. So all these things we will cover during this lecture. Now come to my first topic is the origin of the earth crust. So means how the earth crust is originated, because actually this is means important topic regarding the, because this is the earth crust. And if we are seeing about the earth crust, so why we are studying it? Because means it's related to the soil science. So that is why first we try to describe about the earth crust, and then after then you can easily understand what is the soil and what is the means uh, then you can easily understand about the soil and about the all these things. Okay, so here, and then I'm now come to the earth crust. So what is the earth crust? Earth crust is generally the outer most cells of the terrestrial planets. Actually, terrestrial planets, what is the terrestrial planets? So it is a near, means there is a four means planet which is nearest about the sun. So one out like the Mars, Earth, these are the planets. So terrestrial planet is also, it is the very nearest about the sun. And all the soils are derived from this planet, because it is the solid materials, this planet having the solid materials, and the means earth crust is obtained from these planets. And so that is why this is the most important. And this planet having the thickness about 40 kilometers deep, and out of the whatever the means out of the 100%, only 1% of the planet, all the living life, means all the known life is found only 1% of the total mass of the planet. It means 99% is away from this planet. Only 1% of this planet we have, means all known life is in this universal is found in this planet. And this earth crust is divided into the three categories. One is the crust, mantle, and core. Before going to describe all these three layers of the earth crust, first I want to describe, you can see this picture. So with this is the planet picture, either you can see the earth structure. So here you can see there is a three: crust, mantle, and core. And if you are see the size of this crust, mantle, and core, so about 0 to 100 kilometers crust. Mantle is about 100 to 22,000 about, and then core 2,900 about, and then core is 2,900 to 63,700 kilometer. This is the, and all the means one, I think you have heard the layer, the different layer of the earth atmosphere, like the lithosphere, atmosphere. So the lithosphere is the part of this earth. In the means you can, now in the second slide you can see here this lithospheres. So this one is the upper portion of the earth crust. This is the solid, means this crust is made of the solid rocks and minerals. Here, this is the most important. This rocks and minerals, because your soil is originated from these rocks and minerals, and this rocks and minerals is a part of the earth crust. And earth crust is often, means earth crust is the part of the our means the part of the our planet. So that is the means step by step process. Then the soil formation is started. Yeah, means so in coming lecture I will describe about the soil and everything about the soil. But here you can just understand, under just you try to understand about the soil, means crust. So and just beneath the crust, here you can see this portion is comes under the crust. This portion is comes under the this one, a thin layer about 40, and the lithosphere is this. What is the litho? So completely not a crust, whole crust comes under the crust, and the solid portion of the mantle is also comes under the litho. It means you can say under the lithosphere, crust and the mantle both are found. Half crust and means half mantle, you can say either. So this is the main, and in which also the solid rocks and minerals is punctuated many areas of the semi-solid magma. It means what is the next is the, and this magma is what is the magma? It is existing from the during the volcano eruption. Yeah, during the volcano eruption, then the magma is obtained. So means it is the mantle, either you can say it is a magma like product. The mantle crust and everything is a magma semi solid. It is not completely, means somewhere it's a solid is found, somewhere is it semi solid material is found. And the center of the earth is a hot dense and metal core is found. Here you can see this is the metal. This one is the comes under the category of, this one is comes under the category of here. This one is comes under the category of crust, and this one is the mantle. This one is the mantle. This come, and here core. So core is divided into two categories. One is the outer core and second is the inner cores. So means all these things we will describe in coming slide. So and the core is the inner portion of the earth. Here next point is the means the next point, the earth layers constantly interact with each other, and crust and upper portion of the mantle are part of the single geologic unit called lithosphere. Here you can see the lithosphere comes. It means it is a part of the, some part of the crust and the some part of the mantle. They are combined together to form the lithospheres. Now come to, now one by one I am going to describe the crust, mantle and everything in detail. So first you can see the crust. So it is the outermost layer of the means of the earth, and the thickness of the crust is actually, if you are going to study in the different books, so there are different size maybe, but here I am, this one, it means it is about 8 to 14 kilometers the thickness of the crust. It is brittle in nature, and 1% of the total volume, either you can say 0.5% of the total earth mass, it is made of the crust. Means whatever the crust mantle out of these three, 1% is a means total earth volume is 1%, is covering the by the crust. And the thickness of the crust is crust is also the two types. One is the ocean crust, and second is the continental crust. So the ocean crust is the thickness of the ocean crust is about 5 kilometer, and the thickness of the continental crust is about 30 kilometers. Then the important, you can see in this picture, this is the more clear. So here the core, and the core is the two parts, core and then mantle, and then this upper portion of the earth is known as the earth crust, and all the rocks and minerals, everything is found in this earth crust. And one thing is most important, that is known as the, here you can see this layer of the earth crust is not continuously found, it is somewhere, it is discontinuous found. So that is known as the concurrent discontinuity of the earth crust. And this crust is made of the silica and alumina. This is sometimes it is known as the sial, sometimes it is known as the sial, means the major composition in the earth crust is the silica, as well as aluminum is found is also. So in shortly it is known as sial, means silica and aluminum. This is the most important, and the discontinuity hydrosphere and the crust is termed as the concrete discontinuity, and the mean density of the material of the crust is about 3 gram per cubic centimeter. And here you can see the mantle. Next is the mantle. So generally mantle is the just beneath of the earth crust, either just below the earth crust. So it is also a semi-solid materials, means like the magma materials, and the interior called is the mantle, and the discontinuous between the crust and mantle is called the moho, which discontinuity either is, sometimes it is known as moho discount. This is the most important, and so many questions will come in any examination from what is the moho discontinuity. So that means the discontinuity between the crust and mantle. So in the previous slide you can see, in the previous I have shown you in the previous slide the discontinuity which is found between the crust and between the crust and mantle. Here suppose that, and in the major, and then next is the mantle is made up by the silica and magnesium. So these two combined what is known as the sema. You always remember the sema, and the density of the mantle is generally higher in comparison to crust. It is about 3.3 to 5.4 gram per cubic centimeter, and the uppermost solid part of the mantle and the entire crust constituted the lithosphere. And this lithosphere we are, means the, all the human beings, all the living and non-living organisms, they are found in this lithosphere. So that is why it is the most important. And then just the lithosphere, then one is the asthenosphere. It is about means 100 to 100 kilo 80 to 200 kilometers, highly viscous in nature, weak and ductile performing regions. Upper mantle is the below, and the discontinuity between the mantle and the lower layer is known as repeated discontinuity. So this is about mental, and then now come to the course. So it is just means last means inner portion of the earth crust, that is known as the core, and it is the two types. One is the outer core and inner core, and the core is separated from the mental. Uh, Such types of discontinuity is known as Gutterworth's discontinuity, and it is mostly made up by the NIF, means nickel and iron. These two elements, they are more dominated in the core side, and the core constitutes nearly about 15% of the earth volume and 32.5% of the earth mass. It means the major composition in the earth crust is found is the core, because the mantle is only 1 and 0.5% is crust is found, and but the core is about 15% to 35. The density is about 14.5 gram per centimeter. And it is the two types, inner core and outer core, I have already discussed. And the core, inner core is solid state and outer core is the liquid state or semi liquid state. And then discontinuity between the upper and lower means core is called the Lehman discontinuity. And biosphere is sometimes used to refer the core of the earth or sometimes whole area of the earth. Up here you can see these the elemental compositions of the atmosphere and earth crust. So in the atmosphere, everyone is know about 21% oxygen, 78% nitrogen is present, and some other gases. And but this one is the most earth crust. So in case of the earth crust, about 27.7% silica and 46.6% oxygen is dominant, and some other aluminum 8.1, iron 5, calcium 3.6, sodium 2.8, potassium 2.6, magnesium 2, and others. So this is the most important.